social and behavior change in a country like India, which has almost 1 million deaths of neonates taking place every year, is the most important part of any strategy aimed at addressing the issues of maternal and child health. This strategy has to be mainstreamed into the program management. This requires customization considering the diversity of the nation and strengthening the institutions and a coordinated action from the national level to the grassroots level. This would essentially require active participation of the communities, involving the community organizations and targeting all the stakeholders who come together in a coordinated manner and act over a long period of time to bring about change in behavior that would contribute to reducing maternal deaths and infant deaths.
When we say entertainment education has the power to influence mindsets and change people's behavior and save lives, we really mean it. In Pakistan, under our Paiman project, which focused on maternal neonatal health, we again use multiple channels of communication, including a long-running TV series that looked at gender norms, looked at gender empowerment, looked at some hard-to-change behaviors at the individual, the family and the community level. We also produced a full-length feature film called Bol, which had an impact actually at the policy level because it led to a couple of bills being passed unanimously in Pakistan that dealt with many of the issues that were being addressed in the feature film. And we also did a music video, which was very, very popular. And so by layering all the different communication, we were not only able to create awareness, but also change behaviors of people successfully.
Community approaches are extremely important in social and behavior change. Basically because, if you address individuals, often they are not able to act, particularly in the case of women. You can empower women, but if their families and communities are not convinced of a certain action, it's difficult for them to change their behavior. I would like to give an example in the case of nutrition, for instance. We often give education to the women on eating more and eating at several intervals, but when it comes to actual eating, her consumption of food really depends on many things. Firstly, does the kind of food she requires come into the house either due to income, low levels of income and poverty? The second is, after it comes to the family, is she able to consume it, because often she is eating last and leftovers. Thirdly, because of social biases and cultural norms, she is often forced not to eat certain kinds of important foods like milk, green leafy vegetables and other foods. So unless the families and communities are convinced that this is good for the family, this is good for the woman, then she won't be able to act on the messages we are giving her.
I think that interventions and evaluations need to be connected to theories and models, so they need to be theory-based. And if you do know what the theory says, then you can actually focus on the theory to try to look for relationships. We have to be very clear about what is it that we need to track, and we need to have a reliable and valid way of tracking that indicator.